I will. The first factor which I think is society pressure, which affects everyone. A common example in a country like India, we usually don't work, and they are told to stay at home, take care of children. So they are capable to go in the office, do any job, but they are somehow curbed from the society and say no, log kya kahenge, take care of the family. So even though they are capable, they are not allowed to work. So that is one factor.
चार लोग has ruined our life. We don't know who the चार लोग are. चार लोग क्या कहेंगे? Actually, made our capabilities, restrict ourselves to do and become efficient in our work.
Sharma Patel, Joshi Kulkarni.
Yeah, figure that out.
And the second one is a lack of knowledge. So even though I am capable to do a work, to cook a beautiful food, tasty food.
Okay, I'm just.
Okay,
Okay, fine. So basically, a person with having good capabilities of doing something like playing cricket or playing football, but if he is not putting that effort, okay, that laziness is actually, holding him back to become efficient, even though he is capable of doing it. Okay, so laziness is one factor. Now, you should explain the next factor.
Next factor is lack of confidence. Like the last Saturday, the night or the day before that Saturday, that was the last Friday, I was WhatsApped by Arvind that you have registered and this is the time, this is the place, आपको यहाँ पे आना है. And if I was a person or many of us जो यहाँ पे है जिनको confidence नहीं है, वो सोचते होंगे अरे यार कल जाना है मुझे वहाँ पे खड़ा कर दिया तो मुझे वहाँ पे सबके सामने बोलना पड़ा तो अरे बाप रे ये तो पंगा होगा. सबके सामने मुझे बोलना पड़ा और मैंने कुछ भी उल्टा सीधा बोल दिया तो वो शिट मेरी हार्ट बीट तो यहीं पे फिर तेज हो गई, फास्ट हो गई, मैं नहीं जाने वाला. दैट इज लैक ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस. अगर मैं वैसे सोच के हम में से कोई भी वैसा सोच के पिछले सैटरडे आता ही नहीं तो हमें पता ही नहीं चलता कि व्हाट इज एक्सेलेंस. लाइक और जस्ट उसका हिंट भी नहीं मिलता जबकि पहला ही लेक्चर होता लास्ट सैटरडे. दैट सेकंड इज लैक ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. मुझमें टैलेंट है, आई हैव द टैलेंट, आई हैव द कॉन्फिडेंस, आई हैव एवरीथिंग दैट नीड्स टू बी इन अ पर्सन टू सक्सीड. बट क्या है चिन्ह, क्या है युवा केंद्र, क्या है, छोड़ो रे. मैं हर फ्राइडे, मंडे टू फ्राइडे कॉलेज जाता हूँ, सुबह उठता हूँ और इसके लिए मैं फिर से उठूँ सैटरडे को, सैटरडे में 12 बजे तक सोऊँ ना, छोड़ो हटा ये सब, ऐसा करके मैं घर पे सो रहा हूँ. सो दीज आर द टू फैक्टर्स व्हिच आई थिंक आर लाइक hinder our progress or translating our proficiency to.
So society, pressure of not knowing things, laziness, and the lack of interest and lack of confidence. Any other point?
अच्छा लास्ट स्टेज अभी हो जाएगा. So this is the reason. I am a person who really likes कि मैं अपने हिसाब से चलूँ, अपने आइडियाज के हिसाब से चलूँ. अभी हमने ग्रुप में भी देख लिया. I always have something to put on. नहीं ऐसा होगा, नहीं ऐसा होगा. But the thing is, see, I'm just shivering when I come to act. She said, learn and act. There are two. So first, implementation part I fail now. Basically, this is my this thing. So
basically, she wants to say that if you have some pressure, you're forced to do something which you're not actually willing to do. So that is where your capabilities are restricted. You're not able to do something very efficiently. You're doing it because you're forced to do it. So as she has some she always has some innovative things to come up. But if she is asked to do that, then आपको ऐसा ही बोलना है. So she won't be able to tell, even though she is very good presenter. Okay, so now it's my time. Okay, so there are points like I'll say with a story. Okay, there's a guy Deepak. Okay, so he's a fresher And sorry. Okay. So he's a fresher. He just passed out and he's joining the organization. Okay. There he met this senior, Shriram. Okay. Now Shriram is his senior, so he's very knowledgeable person. He's working for like around 2 to 3 years, so he's very knowledgeable. Now Deepak has very good capabilities of doing work. But as he met Shriram, he's so convinced about his skills that even though he can do that same work in a very different way, he won't. That inferiority complex will come in many. Shriram ने किया है तो सही होगा. Let me not do it. Maybe it might go wrong. And the same thing, there are two factors which are restricting me. One is inferiority complex and second is risk, like fear of taking risk. Okay, so at times when we are not, we can do this thing, but we play very safe. That is where we are restricting our capabilities. So once you push yourself to that risk, and that is where you come up with something new in yourself, that you have this thing, but you never tried it, and that is why you never came to know. So again, you are capable of doing something, but you are stopping yourself from taking risk. So you are stopping yourself to be lacking confidence in yourself, and that is where you stop being efficient enough in your work. So this was again two more factors to add in.
So even though
Yeah, sure.
even though we know that we are lacking in some or the other point, but still we are ignoring that.
Yeah, that is the big thing that we are doing. Then this is again restricting us. So we know that we are lacking. We are lazy. We are lacking confidence. We have like overconfidence. We are not taking risks. And even though after knowing these factors, if we don't implement
Okay.
okay.
Personalized and मतलब बोलता ये अरविंद जी ने यही किया पहले क्लास में बोला खड़ा करके बोलने को yes please the group 2
Oh, that's it. Abhay.
Stand on this side of the.
Stand just 1 minute, na?
oh last minute adjustments भाई तू वही बोलना
Strategic time out, max.
strategic time out अरे वो टीम हेडर रहता है ना अरे वो टीम हेडर होता है वो
Okay. Hello everyone. So there are a couple of points which we will this is a family, okay, which has parents and two kids, two sons. So we can name it Kapoor and Son. So in the first scene, Abhay and Aishwarya, they are just discussing about their kids and about their future. So you all can just show.
can you come on this side go on
So recently I heard about Mr. Joshi. His son had actually got a brilliant package. He did his engineering from IIT. I think IIT you get good payments and also it's good scope. You get to go abroad and a lot of other things. I think we should ask our children also to do that. Don't you think that?
It's very nice that he did it, but I don't think our children should go to IIT or do engineering. Have you seen any trait of an engineer in any of them that you can develop or build on?
That's not true. They are just too young right now. They are themselves not sure about what they want to do in life. Let us be parents who can guide them actually.
Of course, we should guide them. They are not sure, but they are showing some qualities, right? Like one of them is good in singing and one of them is good in painting. So they're already having a base we can build on. So shouldn't we guide them in that direction?
Thinking what will we do when there's nothing. There are thousands of people who are there who aspire to be singers. singers, but you actually don't know
But
anything.
you are the one who buys all these music CDs and follows all these singers, and then you are the one who contributes to that income.
Of course, I like to listen, but I don't think they can make a living out of
But
that.
your singers are making a living out of
But
it.
those are 1 in a million. I don't think my children are 1 in a million.
Why?
In that case.
But you can make them 1 in a million.
Okay, so this is the first scene in which the parents themselves have a different opinion about their kids and they are arguing themselves. So the same thing, let's see in the kids. There's a scene where they are watching TV, so they are going to act that. That's it. That's it.
TV house on this.
Oh, what a nice show is going on.
नहीं
नहीं मेरे को डिस्कस नहीं तू जा रहे तू नीचे जाके खेल के मेरे को देखने नहीं तू जा नीचे खेल के तू बाद में देख तेरे को मैं YouTube से डाउनलोड कर मेरे को अभी देखना है मेरा फेवरेट शो है नहीं तू जा नीचे जा मेरे को अभी देखने दे प्लीज मेरे को अभी तंग मत कर तू जा नीचे
Okay, so this is about opinion. Basically, that everyone has different opinions. He'll say that no, you should do this, and so even in TV, for example, about food you want to eat, they have differences in opinion. So there is one more point of knowing yourself. Are you capable of knowing yourself and what are you good at? So that is one point that, for example, he's the father, okay, and Kunal wants to be a singer, for example, and he has a contact in some music company where he gets a job as a singer, for example. So in that way he doesn't perform well and he fails miserably as a singer. That is one point because he doesn't know his own talent. At a young age he feels that nahi usko dekh ke even I'll be a singer, but he doesn't know his true quality. So these are 2 points, and one is distractions. Okay, so that if you can just act, or I'll act, suppose if for example, like he wants to be a artist. No, for example, he wants to be an artist, but he is distracted by nowadays technology and games. Full day is going in playing games and Facebook and social media. That is there. That is the third point. Sorry, it's so random, but there's one more point that Arvind said in the starting prayer, that the disturbances in the mind. That is the 4th point. So that I'll act like I'm driving a car, for example.
Bring. Come on, switch on the music, man. Are windshields.
So yeah, basically by this, he's just trying to show that while driving, you can't focus on that. In your mind, there are so many things going on, and your phone rings. So disturbance in the mind. So yeah, these are 3-4 points each we could think of.
So you're saying difference of opinion?
Difference of opinion, knowing yourself, distractions by nowadays technology and social media, and 4th is the disturbance in your own mind. Not in the surroundings, but in your own mind which are going on.
And lack of understanding your family members.
Yeah.
That was
Opinion
again
is-
knowing yourself, and so what we did was we discussed what are the challenges which stop one from translating proficiency into efficiency. So we took 2-3 points which we could act out and show you in brief, and others we could just share that we discussed this.
Just give me 1 minute, I'll just sum up with this. This has all become a little chaotic. I'll just sum up about how we had decided to do it actually. First of all, in corporates you see a lot of people have been assigned job responsibilities. And we had to act upon how is your proficiency, is it translating into efficiency in relationships. So we took family as an example, and how many of our people really know what your dad is good at? Does everyone in your family have a job description? How many of you realize after probably 20 years with your sister, oh my sister is good at painting, oh, my sister is good at singing, oh, my father is good at writing, something like that. So first thing is about knowing your proficiencies. We have this tendency to take our families for granted. So we really don't know what our families are good at. So first thing what we wanted to highlight is first knowing your everybody's proficiency. And that points actually get covered when we started to act, whether he likes music and those all things. The things that affect is about mental disturbances as spoken by Akash, and also about the past experiences. A lot of times we hear कि इसने पिछले बार ये किया, इस बार भी ये यही करने वाला है. So this is one point which affects. It's important to learn from our past experiences, but not let that inhibit our future decisions. And communication, I feel, in relationships, communication is not open in terms of family. We don't really talk to our parents. बोलते हैं अरे वो लोग तो मुझे समझेंगे नहीं. We go and talk to our friends about that. We go and talk to our teachers about that, but not really open. So communication as an aspect is very important. These are 2-3 points which.
That's it.
Nice.
You don't die over there. You'll be like, oh, wait, I'm telling components, but wait, I'm alive.
But I just dropped.
He almost killed himself by doing that. He was driving and he took off his hand and that was pretty risky.
But then you have to stay alive to narrate and
Yeah. So, but cool. But nice guys. I mean, I'm pretty sure this class got enough innovation. So the idea is that it's good that you all analyze it so different aspects of it in different ways, and you presented it also quite interesting on both sides. But of course, I will also plan to have a little question answer session between the two of you all. But just that's a little running short of a little time. So we'll keep that on hold. We'll take it up, we'll have that next time as well, so that we can actually have you groups argue out and find out whether you guys what you're saying is right. Or maybe they may not agree with all the points you said, they may not agree with all the points you said. So you can have that also. But we'll keep that just for the lack of time for now. I'm not taking that point up. But we'll look at that as we make it more. So, but what do we think is the main? All the situations which you mentioned is true, definitely. All of those factors are definitely something which affect each one of us. But there's a priority. There's one factor which can be which is more priority, is a higher priority than the other factors. Second, we can't do, we just need to working on that, and something which we cannot control, gives the where is the highest control is what we
there's one thing I would like to mention, I think it was in this, I don't remember, wherein you all mentioned something saying that most of the time we don't act is because we have a fear of taking risks in life. That is one thing which disturbs most of us. So I just thought of Swami Chinmayananda used to say that if you're doing something and if in your life everything is going good, there's nothing going wrong, that means you are on the wrong path.
What it means is everything is that if everyone is coming your way, it means that you're on the wrong side of the road. Everything is happening it means you're on the wrong side of the road. Right? So that's the basic idea. Things will not always come our way.
So, now the point that everything needs to happen at some point of a time, we think that it should happen. Sometimes we feel that there are some things that should happen my way. I'm putting in so much of efforts. But kabhi kabhar we actually feel that kabhi to ho jaye. So when can that happen, or when is it possible, is when there is an integration in what you're thinking. That means integration in your body, between your body, your mind and your intellect. Very simple example. You have the best of mobile phone, a very super fast Wi-Fi connection, everything. But the syncing of your phone and the Wi-Fi is important for your internet to work. If that sync is not happening, then there's no use of having either the best of the mobile phones or the fastest Wi-Fi network you have.
So Wi-Fi is work in full integration. That means not just that you are equipped with the best of knowledge, you are physically fit, but your mind is somewhere else. No use. Or if your mind is there, if your body is there, but the intelligence is not there to do that particular thing. Third option, you have the intelligence, your mind is there, but the body is not physically fit to do a particular thing. So we need an integration of all three working at the same point of time. Also, very important point here, as Akash also mentioned, was disturbance. An example to give here is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was once in the court. He had
Hope everyone knows who Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is, right? You don't know? I am not. So everyone knows who is, yeah.
So he was in the court with one of his clients. The case, everything was going on. One person comes up to him and gives a small note, leaves a note for him to read. He just looks at it, he keeps it aside, and he continues the case. Everything happened, the case went very well, he won the case, and then later on he just excused the judge, saying that just a moment, it's an important note, I need to attend this. He finished the case, everything, hearing sab kuch ho gaya, and then later on he read that note. The note said that his wife had expired and he needs to rush. That was the note for him. Now at that point of time, if he allowed that particular thing to disturb him, he would have lost the case. But he did not allow. So this is one of the important points, that we should know that what situations disturb us and how are we supposed to react in that particular situation. Unless our equipments are completely integrated together, excellence cannot manifest in our work. So for that as well, we have an interesting activity.
I want a volunteer from each
One of the groups.
From each group.
2 volunteers.
Okay?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Table.
Funny. बोलिए.
So let the others also know what is happening. So you guys can come and stand around if you want. Please. Wait. Don't see you.
No.
You need to bring a notepad and a pen or something with you. So, inside this bucket, okay, 2 representatives please come. One here, one here. Okay. Inside this bucket there are some objects. Okay. You just have to write down what those objects are. That's all, no big deal. But you will have to wait, because what we will be doing is we will be stirring the pot. We will be stirring the pot, and you have to look inside, and you will get a total of 30 seconds to look inside and identify how many objects you can identify. Got it? Same time.
Same time.
Ready? And your time starts now.
Others can watch. Help your teammates.
Your time lagava 30,
Don't say
29, 28.
Yeah.
You don't completely cover
See,
29.
because you won't be able to
26,
see it.
25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Maybe specs लेके आते हो.
1. Time up. Okay. Now can you please say what are the things that
I saw a steel spoon,
okay.
Maybe a bowl
A bowl, okay.
of something whitish object.
Whitish object. Okay.
Must be
Okay, yeah.
Spoon and coin.
Spoon and coin. Okay. This would be, so therefore there are some other things they have identified. Now I need 2 more volunteers to do.
जिसके आंखें अच्छी हो जाओ.
Okay, Alec, take a pen and this.
You can write it in the same.
But it's the same thing he has observed, it's okay, no?
Yeah. Can repeat.
Who says what he observed is correct?
So something else also.
Yeah. Ready? Abhi, I will not move it, but you will get only 10 seconds. Okay? And your time starts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. You pin. What things you have got?
Chain, cow, rubber, spoon, clip, scissor, pin.
Nice. Good, good. Now let's do the revelation. I think we need a thali
I guess everyone can sit down so that everyone can see.
Huh?
What is it?
We have a spoon, yes. All of them got a spoon. Good. Deepak, you also got a spoon. Well done. We have a scissors. We do have an eraser.
White object.
White object. Yes. We do have a.
That's the white one.
We had a stapler. We had a keys. Bunch of keys which no one got. We had a clip. A stone. And we had a chain. That's it. So that was what we had. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things inside the water.
It looks like a forensic department.
So the first time, how much did you get?
2.
2.
One is right. Yeah. One right.
You also got one. But the whitish object I got. That is a way like this.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Please. So why do you think we did this activity?
Popularity.
Vision clarity means?
Less of disturbance can actually let you focus clear. Too clear when there is less disturbance.
Okay, when there's less
You are
disturbance.
able to focus it out.
Okay, when there's less disturbance, you can focus better. Okay, and what is this bucket of water? Huh? Bucket of water is a disturbance.
Mind.
Our qualities.
Bucket of water is our mind. The objects is the knowledge, or the things that I need, the things, the thoughts that I want, or the information which is there in my intellect. They are the objects in that bucket. Now the water is your mind. The disturbances relate to whether how calm or how agitated your mind is. When the mind was vigorously agitated, you could not see any, you could not find out what the objects were. And you found them when you, even though you took longer time, 30 seconds. But when it was calm, in 10 seconds, you are able to find a lot more things which you needed. First. Second information. The water was not pure water. It was muddy. If you notice, we had added a bit of mud. And when that mud, when there's mud in a lot of water, there is mud. Now that mud, when the water gets agitated, rises to the surface, making it even more murky. When it calms, that mud settles down, allows you to see things. The mud are called as various impurities. They have been traditionally given as different things. It could be too much of greed, jealousy, passion, anger, confusions. All these are the different impurities of the mind, like that mud. Generally, they are not there. When the mind is disturbed, they all rise. making it very unclear what we want to do or what we want to see. That's why working in integration becomes almost impossible. Because the mind and the intellect are cut off from each other. The objects and the what, just like your vision and the objects like that, your mind and intellect cut off because of all this agitation. We don't know what we are trying to do. This happens to you all the time. Because it's happened to me in the exams sometimes. All information is there before we step into the hall. All information is there after we step out of the hall. In the hall, nothing is visible. Some engineers say, before the exams we are wise, after the exams we are wise, during the exams we are otherwise. So that is what is meant by a disturbed mind and lack of integration.
To continue, also, the more the negativity, the more the disturbances. And the water in the activity, when we were stirring the water was getting disturbed, right? So is our mind. The water does not have a choice. If we disturb the water will get disturbed. But we have a choice, whether or not we want to get disturbed or not. If someone comes up to you and abuses you, it is up to you if you want to accept that abuse or not. A very small anecdote I remember, because that's what my father keeps telling me all the time. Do you know Gautam Buddha? Right. So once Gautam Buddha was going across the forest with many of his followers, disciples, devotees. They were just walking along with him, students. And in the same village, in the same forest, there was a king who hated Gautam Buddha because the villagers used to worship him more than the king, used to follow him more than the king. So once what happened, a robber, the king found a robber in his palace. So what he said was that if you do one thing for me, that means you need to insult Gautam Buddha so much so that he should leave the village and go. If you can do that, I will give you whatever you ask for. So the robber is like, fine, I'll do it, it's very easy for me. He went and he saw Gautam Buddha was coming, nearing him. What he did was, first time, he threw a stone, piche se. He did not react, he was just walking. He did that couple of times, no reaction. He came in front of him, he actually spat at him, no reaction. And then he was so agitated, he's boiling out of anger because he's just not reacting. And he couldn't do anything. So the robber went to the palace to report to the king. And Gautam Buddha, along with his disciples, came back to their monastery. He was sitting peacefully. One of his disciples, the senior most, was very agitated to bring up the topic that if you would have given us just one hint, we would have killed that robber then and there. Like, how dare he even do something to our master? How dare he come so close to our master? He knew that that disciple is very agitated, like, to ask or to bring up the topic. Then he said, go ahead, ask what you want to ask. And he asked the same thing, why did you instruct us just once? Gautam Buddha, there was a few stones and leaves, dried leaves, some dirt next to him. He just took all of that, collected it in his hand, and told it to the disciple that I will try very hard to give this to you, but you don't have to accept it. Okay? He said, okay, fine. He tried hard, he convinced him that if you take this, you will become immortal and you will attain whatever you want to attain, X, Y, Z. The disciple did not accept. Then Buddha said, case 2. If I give it to you, in one instant you have to accept it, without even a second thought. He said, okay, Gautam Buddha gave it and he accepted it. So 2 incidents, what do we learn? One thing is, if someone says anything to you, or if in a situation you are getting disturbed by someone, most of the time it is because of someone. Very rare it is because of our own self, which we don't realize. But most of the time we get disturbed because of someone else. What do we do in that particular situation? One thing is, if we are accepting like the dirt, that means we are accepting the dirt of that person and we are saying, okay, fine, thank you. That is when we get agitated. But if we do not accept that dirt remains with that person. Simple example. So it is completely up to us if we want to make our mind disturbed or not. We are not like water. The water does not have an option, but we have an option.
So, the question is that this is a very beautiful story of Gautam Buddha. I'm sure everyone must have heard similar stories, right, at some point of time in different situations. But again, we come back to the same question. I understand, but how to make it? How do I keep my mind calm? Is there a technique by which I can make my mind impervious to whatever happens around me? But it's not that I want to become a dead and inert person who doesn't react to anything. That's not what I want to be. I don't want to be a stone. A stone, as we said right at the start, that has no problems because it can do nothing. I don't want to become a stone. I want to become a healthy individual. Yet, I have the ability to remain above the problems. Is such a state possible? Is it attainable? That we will see in the next class. And it's like, oh, कहानी में खत्म करते हैं to be continued. So that we will see whether how to achieve that. But we achieve that, that leads to excellence. Just to summarize what we have seen so far. Excellence cannot be achieved by impulsive reaction, intelligent response, no knowledge, no excellence. But even with knowledge, proficiency plus calm mind is equal to efficiency. So this is the path that we are seeing towards excellence. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the assignment. This week's assignment is simple. Collect, please write it down. Collect 3 anecdotes where people showed great efficiency and calmness in a crisis. Second, collect 3 anecdotes where people goofed up big time under pressure. And you cannot use Sardar Patel, by the way, हमने leak कर दिया. You use different 3 anecdotes. Third one is interesting. Give 2 anecdotes for the 2 above situations from your own life. Anybody got it? You know what is anecdotes, right? Meaning of anecdotes? Anecdotes means true incidences. True incidents in. So 3 incidences in the lives of people where they showed great calmness and efficiency. 3 incidents where they goofed up. And 2 incidents in your own life where you showed efficiency and where you goofed up. And to be fair, I will also share 2 incidences of my life where I goofed up and 2 incidences where I showed calmness when we meet next time. So that should be fair. Asking you, I should also be able to tell from my end. I'll share from my end as well. But please try and think of it and bring me those, collect those incidents from wherever you can. That is the assignment for this week. Just I'll take 5 more minutes exactly of you before I complete the class. I want to share with you one small thing. The last time I mentioned this Chinmay Yuva Kendra, we do various activities, right? I said we do various ways in which we want to unlock these classes, and these are one of the ways. One other thing which we do regularly is what is called as camps. So we organize youth camps, wherein which are usually outbound youth camps. They happen in different places. Like there's one, we have this is the ashram in Mumbai, Powai. We have a huge facility in a place called Kolwan, which is near the Pavana Dam. If you move towards that area, ashram over there. So we have whole camps etc. over there. Some camps also have in Kolar. We have 2-3 places where we do these camps. So what do we do in these camps? We just see a glimpse through one small video.
So this is a video, I mean, one of our old camp impressions which is given.
So some of the things, of course, you may not be able to understand because वो जब camp वाले will understand कि क्या हुआ था. But you can just get some idea. Camp's name was Karma Matters. We had last year for Karma Matters, and we have a camp this year as well. It's happening in May. 3-day camp, 20, 21 and 22nd of May. So let's see, a little bit of trailer. Like, how they have teaser and trailer these days. A little bit of trailer.
A promo.
So, this is the camp that we're having in May, 20, 21 and 22nd of May. It's at a place called Vibhuti Kolban. We saw some glimpses of that. It's a 3-day youth camp. So, the thing is that we'll have a bus which will be leaving right from the ashram on Friday morning. and it will bring us back here by Sunday evening. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3-day camp. As you said, the camp has lots of activities and a lot of you have debates, trekking, there's some adventure, there's some group team games, treasure hunts, all these kinds of things are there. So and also we'll be performing a play as part of the camp. Play is also called Just Like That. First thing is, I'm sure you're curious to know why is it called Just Like That. So you will know that as well. Why is it called Just Like That? So there are different ways of registering for the camp. One way is you can fill up this. There's a tally slip given that you can fill that up next time when you bring. Okay.
For their friends and they need the pamphlets.
Yeah, you can take a few extra pamphlets.
Yeah, there are a lot of extra pamphlets. So if you want to call your friends or someone,
Sure, definitely.
just ask.
Also, the thing is that, yeah, you can bring it definitely, that'll be great fun. Also, the thing is that we will also, I'll share with you the soft copy. We have a soft copy of this as well. So that also you can circulate on your WhatsApp, FB, whatever. And there's an online registration link available as well. So you have a Google form, you can fill it and even to get the online payment, that option is open as well. The payment for this camp is, it will cost 1,800 for the 3-day stay, food, everything included. And if you're also traveling with us to and fro in the bus, that will be 1,000 rupees extra. 2,800 is the overall cost that you need to pay for the camp, which includes flight pickup from here and dropping back here on Sunday evening. So it will be a lot of fun. I'm sure you will enjoy it. You have a lot of experience as well. And it's a nice, so it will be a lot of people different coming from all over Mumbai, some even from outside Mumbai. So therefore it will be a good chance and May. So usually vacation time for most people. I don't know, of course, engineers, how their exams plan out. They have a weird schedule.
We have exam from 13th of
I know, that's why I said Mumbai University Engineering is. I mean, I'll leave that, but the other, I mean, definitely you can let me know, you can remind your friends. It's only there is infinite potential in all of us. From that infinite potential, you take in people in maths, right? From infinity you take whatever you still have infinity. You add infinity to something, you get infinity. Subtract infinity, again you get infinity. Whatever you put on infinity. From that, whatever you do will only be infinite. So it's a declaration of the infinite potential in all of us. And we say that this infinite potential will manifest in every aspect of our life. So that is how we, with that positive feedback, we conclude the class. So we meet you all hopefully on time next Saturday. Let's start on time and end on time. Okay. So we'll meet you all and
just try to be here by 9:45, 9:50 max, because then it takes a bit time to have evocation and start the session.
please bring questions next time if you have any, and we will discuss that.